Hi, my name is Paris, also known as Parameswaran. In 2004-2005, I was diagnosed with bipolar type 2 mood disorder. The initial medication I was put on is this over here. Let me just focus in. It's Epilim CR 300. This is just for the bipolar type 2. This is the box it comes in. Epilim CR 300. That's for the bipolar type 2 mood disorder, and it worked quite well. Although I felt it was slowing me down. I used to be an IT auditor. I worked at a big four audit company in the big city up north. I live in Durban now, South Africa. That was Johannesburg, South Africa, where I was first diagnosed with bipolar type 2 mood disorder. Anyway, I was in denial and I thought it was due to spiritual circumstances. I was involved with a spiritual organization doing yoga and meditation, not only hatha or physical yoga, but yoga nidra, which is awareness and relaxation, as well as getting into other types of yoga, like yoga of action, karma yoga, bhakti yoga, which I followed quite fervently for a while. Unconditional love towards all beings, being a vegetarian, that kind of thing. I currently am no longer vegetarian, I eat meat. I also take alcohol, but don't tell anybody, it's only on the video. Then I stopped taking medication for a long period of time, and at the end of 2005 I had a motor vehicle accident. I had been taking alcohol. It was quite a severe crash. I have a neck brace to prove it. I won't bring that out now. Anyway, what I was saying is that after this motor vehicle accident, I wasn't able to go back to work, having resigned just before the motor vehicle accident, and took 6 months to recover. During this period of time, I did not take any Epilim or any other bipolar mood disorder drugs, and I experienced no side effects thereof. I had full speed, full clarity of thought, and was quite well. Although other people around me will say no, that I was suffering from psychosis, and a belief that everyone was out to get me. That nobody loved me, and all these things could be true, but anyway, it's part of the psychosis. Speeding right along, we move on to 2008, where I moved to Johannesburg again to work as an IT auditor, and I found myself depressed, with uncontrollable tears flowing down my eyes and cheeks onto the pillow on which I slept at night. Visited a psychiatrist, and he prescribed Wellbutrin and Zyprexa. That only lasted a month, as medical aid problems saw to it that I couldn't afford the medication. The job I was in didn't pay me a market salary, and that's another story altogether. But anyway, I didn't take Wellbutrin or Zyprexa for more than a month. Speeding right along, I only lasted a year in that job. Excuse me. The voices started in about then, 2008, 2009, in the form of clearing of the throat. I would be doing my work papers, writing reports, and I would hear trying to correct me in my thought pattern. I thought initially this was coming from people around me or from a spiritual beings who were possessing me or trying to sabotage my career. Anyway, I sabotaged my own career by resigning without having another job to go into. Excuse me. Moving home here to Durban, where I find myself since July 2009, the date now being February 2017. So quite some time has passed. Anyway, I went into public health care at around psychosis remained. Got quite bad around 2009 December, where I went to interview for a job opportunity, and the day after, strangely enough, started to hear a million voices in my head. Can't explain why or what it was all about or how it happened, but that's what happened. I went for an interview and then I started to hear full-on schizophrenia, hallucinations of voices in my head, and more than one voice, and abusive voices. These voices still appear from time to time, although it's usually just one voice at the moment, a female or male. The male, his famous line is, "Who you think you're fucking with?" which was present at the time of my visiting public health care, which I'll speed along to soon. And the female voice is, "I'm not your friend, you're a dirty bastard," that kind of thing. And suffering from the negative systems schizophrenia, one can tend to be quite dirty. I've always had a bath every day and still do, although I don't brush my teeth every day. Even now I'm struggling with brushing of teeth every day. People around me often comment on the bad breath. Anyway, in 2011, I visited public health care and they put me on to Seroquel. I was suffering quite a bad temper and had a lot of energy and a lot of power in the body. I had been working, driving cars at the car terminal here in Durban, on and off ships, doing a lot of walking every day. Being coordinated and moving those vehicles left me with deliberate power in muscles, and I had a lot of anger. In fact, on the day of the visit to the public health care, I wanted to get into a fight with one of the stupid guards at the hospital, public hospital, since I cannot afford private healthcare. And he refused to let me enter after having a visit to the shop to purchase a cool drink or something. He says I must go around to the other main entrance, whereas most patients are allowed to go in that side entrance. And ever since then, patients are in and allowed to go in and out to this little confectionery shop or takeaway mini restaurant as it is. Anyway, so I reported all this and I was put on Seroquel. Seroquel was with the manufacturer's advisement on a ramp-up procedure from 100 to 200 initially for a month, and then tapered off, I think, at 200, yeah. This video is mainly going to be the topic about Solian. So anyway, being in public health care, Seroquel went off code, and meaning that they no longer had an agreement with the supplier to get it at the price at which they wanted. and I'm now on Solin. You saw the Epilim. I'm back on in the Epilim as of last year, January. That's 2017 January. This is Solin, 200 milligrams twice a day. That makes 400 milligrams in total. That 300 of Epilim. As you can see, I do take my medication. I'm not one of those psychiatric patients who don't. It's also twice a day, so it's 600 in total. Here's my little pill container, and let me show you one of the tablets. So as you can see here, let me get this right. If I just focus in there, focus out. It says AMI 200, Amisulpride 200. The side effects that I've noticed is very minimal. The main one being insomnia. I was on various sedatives available to public health care. I'm currently now, since moving back onto Epilim, not on any sedatives, given that the Epilim is supposed to help with sleeping as well. So I'm not on any SSRIs or anything else. And I'm still not sleeping, but I'll report that on my next visit to public health care, and maybe I'll go back on a sedative. Sedative that I was on was amitriptyline at 25 milligrams, and I still never slept properly, and it felt kind of weird, although it did help with bladder control. Not that I've been a bedwetter or anything like that from any medication, but I did notice an improvement. It's possibly the Seroquel which may have caused some damage to bladder control, but I'm not sure, and I'm not a doctor. The main thing I want to report is the Prolactin Increase, which is a known side effect of Solian. If I zoom out, you can see for a male, I have, especially here on the right side, quite a large breast. This enlarged breast is only due to me being on the Solian, and wasn't present before. I was rather flat-chested. The other thing is weight gain. Since 2013, that would be after having been prescribed Seroquel and being on Seroquel, full activity, great energy, still power in my muscles, that kind of thing. I weighed 63 kilograms. I'm not sure what the equivalent in stones and pounds or just pounds would be. I now weigh 90 kilograms, which is quite a bit more. And it's not due to eating anymore, it's due to the metabolic rate having decreased. I generally eat one meal a day, sometimes two. I'm not good at eating breakfast and don't like eating breakfast anymore. Anyway, that's my experience with Solian so far. Insomnia, weight gain, and now the prolactin increase with the development of male breasts. Also, I squeezed this right breast, which is larger than the left one, some months ago now, and I noticed a white liquid such as milk coming out of it. So I will report these. I've been negligent in reporting it to the doctors. Maybe it's time for a new antipsychotic. But Solian is, other than those effects in me in a male, I found it to be a good antipsychotic. The schizophrenia disappeared, not immediately, But the hallucinations, schizophrenic hallucinations, disappeared after a year or so of taking it. I've probably been on it since 2014 now. Yeah, the Seroquel ended at about 2013, midway through 2013, and then I went on to Sonia. Okay, thanks. That's all for now, folks. You can also see that I'm a music fan if you look at my subscriptions here on YouTube, and take a listen if you care to my ramblings on a piano called Transformage 1 and 2, as well as Crazy Bedroom Dancing, which is banned in Germany. But anyway, all out there in English-speaking countries, I hope this provides some input into Solian and the side effects, as well as my experience being bipolar type 2 and now schizoaffective disorder or schizophrenia. Thanks, bye.